I just got engaged to a man that just spent 13 years in prison, and he's been out for 5 months. So this is his first Valentine's Day since he was 19. He just moved into my house, and I just have to brag, I have never got flowers from a man before.
You might remember this young lady from my last Valentine Horror Stories video, where I literally begged mothers and parents in general to not let the first time your daughter receive flowers be from an ex-convict that just got out of prison. And I emphasized in that video, please, we need to work on building our daughter's sense of self-esteem. We need to work on building this young lady's sense of self-worth. But today we're going to be going deeper into this lady's whole situation and why she may be making the decisions that she's currently making with her life. Let's get right into it.
I just got engaged to a man that just spent 13 years in prison, and he's been out for 5 months. So this is his first Valentine's Day since he was 19. He just moved into my house, and I just have to brag, I have never got flowers from a man before.
I couldn't get past these first couple of sentences. Did you say 13 years? Moved in with you? Engaged? Sometimes a man moves this quickly because he has skeletons in his closet. I'd like to know, what was he in prison for? Doing an awful lot for a man that you just met. And some men see the generosity in a woman, that nurturing nature, that desire for a woman to help a man to get on his feet, and they're attracted to that. They love that. Maybe give yourself some time to figure out if this man loves you or if he loves what you can do for him. There's many a man who is not above using a woman as a stepping stone, but you are no halfway house for random men. Not a social worker, you're not a bank. Always tell women that it is a red flag when a man comes into your life and he needs access to what you have almost immediately. He has to almost immediately move in with you for whatever reason. He lost his apartment. He can't afford his rent. He's fresh out of prison. Just met you and he needs to borrow your car. He needs to borrow some money. The sweet and thoughtful ideas you have for Valentine's Day lead me to believe that you're a very kind-hearted person. And sometimes that kind-heartedness can be taken advantage of. I'm just asking you to be careful, because a man with nothing will help you lose everything.
So, in case you're wondering what this young man went to prison for 13 good years for, this young man was sentenced to prison for 13 years for planning a mass pew-pew. Yes, he was planning to kill not one, not two, not three people. He was planning to kill a whole bunch of people. And the only reason why he failed to hurt anybody was not for lack of effort, because this man had already bought his weapon, he had already made his plans, and the only reason he failed was because his parents were able to clock it and report him to the police. And this is the type of violent individual that this woman is allowing into her life. She's welcoming into her sanctuary, into her home. When the last lady who spoke said that a man who has nothing will make a woman lose everything, I cannot help but feel concerned for the original creator. Because let's be honest, whether this relationship works out or not, this woman is going to end up being the loser. Because if the relationship works out, this man is just going to continue leashing off her in the relationship. And if the relationship does not work out, this man may more than likely turn violent, because he has that tendency already in him. I can bet you that this woman will more than likely end up in a true crime documentary if she tries to break up with this man. Because let's be honest, this man has nothing to lose. He is leashing off this woman right now. If she tries to break up with him and take away his source of sustenance, this man is going to strike back very violently. And since he has nothing to lose, let's be honest, the likelihood of this man reacting not just violently, but actually planning to take this woman's life if she tries to break up with him and thereby take his source of sustenance is not very unlikely. Let's be honest right here.
Have you guys seen the video of the woman that was super excited she just got engaged to a man she just met, who moved into her place, who just got out of jail, and he was in there for 13 years for violent crime? That's a lot of red flags, sweetie. My only question to you is, what makes you think you don't deserve better? What happened to you to make you think that you don't deserve better than that? She said he's got a great job. He makes more money than me. He's better at money than I am. Honey, how can he be better at anything than you? He got out of jail 5 months ago. He has no idea how the real world works. How in the hell do you think he knows how to do anything, or he's better at anything in the real world than you are? You've been doing it your whole life. Are you serious? I have 2 daughters, 15 and 17. I show them videos like this, and they look at me like, are these people for real? My 17-year-old said, she really couldn't find someone else?
This is something I've noticed not just with her, but with other male-centered women. They feel that just by virtue of a man being male, that man automatically knows more than them as a woman, even though she herself might have more experience and more knowledge in that thing. She just feels that, oh, just because it's a man, he knows more than her. And she's saying, oh, she's learning so much from him. What are you learning from an ex-convict that's been in prison since he was 19 years old? What can you learn from this man? Like, you can't even learn how to plan a mass pew-pewing from this man because he even failed at that.
Does anyone else's For You page have that one couple where the man just got out of prison for 13 years and she was like flexing what he got her for Valentine's Day, and now everyone's giving the discourse on like if they think this relationship is going to be like a new documentary coming out? Because that's what's on my For You page. And honestly, you know, there is like this like weird gray area where it's like we stand with survivors, we believe survivors, but in that gray area is the times when people go with people who have previously been abusive or something like that, or they go after their friend's ex-abuser, or like they get with their friend that like cheated on them. Like, is this making sense? Where they go for someone that they know has wronged someone, and then it's kind of like you still feel bad because it's like no one should be a victim of abuse, but at the same time you're kind of like, but also you being careful of my words because of the platform I have, and I don't want to victim blame, and I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying like anything that happens is your fault necessarily. And this happens a lot in age gap relationships too, where people are like, we know how this is going to end. And it's like, a lot of times when people are in the situations, they're not aware it's happening. But also at the same time, sometimes you just have to be like, it's just frustrating to witness from an outside perspective. And it's something that's a reoccurring theme sometimes in my life, where it's like, do y'all not know that you need to break up sooner rather than later, and that like the breakup is inevitable, and that like it's gonna suck regardless, so might as well do it now? Meow, you know what I mean? That was a lot of tangents to get to the point.
From my experience, I found that the people who tend to ignore the red flags and the patterns when it comes to romantic relationships are divided into two types. The first type are the people that feel that they are special and that all the other people that partner had beaten, abused, cheated on, that those people were not special enough, that those people were wrong in some way. But them themselves, they are the special ones, they are the chosen ones that are going to change him and he's going to treat them right. The second group of people are the people that feel that they have no choices, they have no option. And this is the group I feel this young lady is in. She feels that she have no choices, that her options are limited. So she can either choose this bad one, or she will have to choose from other bad ones that she have not met. She's doing the devil I know is better than the angel I don't know anecdotes. So she's picking this devil that she knows because she's not sure she's going to ever be able to find that angel out there.
Never mind the fact that she's only known him for a couple of months, or that she moved him into her house, or that he spent 13 years in prison for a nonviolent crime, which was planning mass shootings. Within the first 10 seconds of her video, she says no man has ever gotten her flowers before. No man has ever gotten her anything so beautiful before. This is cautionary tale 101. Women who lead with the things they've never experienced are highly insecure. People will tell you what's important to them, and they will tell you what they're insecure about if you just let them talk long enough. If she said that to us within 10 seconds, I guarantee you she has said that to him. And it oozes insecurity. And that's not to imply that you can't get excited when you meet somebody that is amazing and exceeds your expectations and that has set a really high bar for you. But if every time someone does something nice for you, you think about all the times you had nothing, that's a lack mindset. Men can smell it on you. They know that they don't actually have to be good. They just have to be better than whatever you've had before, which wasn't much, was it?
This reminds me that she said that the first flower she got from him was from 2 weeks ago, and the second flower she got was for Valentine's Day. I can bet my left kidney that this man only sent the first flowers after she made it known to him that she had never received flowers before. That poor girl must have been over the moon because she went from not receiving any flowers all her life to receiving 2 flowers in 2 weeks. And that to her was probably peak romantic behavior.
Moving
a man into your home after he just spent 13 years in prison requires a lot of confidence. And that kind of confidence, I don't think I ever want to obtain it. This woman came on social media to let us know that she did exactly that. Not only did she give this man the keys to her home, but she gave him the keys to her chest. How in the world did this man manage to get matching tattoos with this woman before he celebrated his first Valentine's Day as a free man? I really don't know. Stuff like this needs to be studied. Getting a chest tattoo for a man that you've only known for 7 weeks is diabolical. Getting a chest tattoo for anybody, period, is crazy. As a woman. As a man, I'm on the fence about that. In this same woman's bio on TikTok, she has BPD, which means bipolar disorder. Now you have everyone in the comments thinking that you're just going through some sort of episode. Something's not really adding up, so we're just gonna have to stay tuned and see what happens next.
My grandma on my mama's side would always say, baby, a man will never need to make an excuse because you will make one for him. Have y'all heard about that woman that her fiance was in prison for 13 years? And they met just 6 weeks ago and living together now. And supposedly before he moved in with her in her house, he was staying with his parents. Now, I'm no one to judge, but let me tell you my experience. One of my ex-boyfriends, I met him a month out of jail. And I honestly, now looking back on it, I think he just wanted to move out of his parents' house. So that's why he clung on to me. I'm always overgiving and everything like that. And it's so funny because every time we would get into an argument and he would leave, he would never go back to his parents' house. He would always go to stay a night at a friend's house, whatever. We would make up and then he would come right back home to me. Now, when a man comes home, that's not always a good thing. Sometimes he comes home because you're the easiest option, you forgive him the most, and you won't give him the most hell. And or the other options that he really does want, don't want him at this moment. Now, could this relationship work? Sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe. But getting engaged 6 weeks from just knowing somebody is a little crazy. Don't get me wrong, it could work. I've known people that have known each other 6 months and then get married, and then they've lasted 20 plus years. But 6 weeks is only a month and 2 weeks. Now, supposedly he has his own job, his own money, stuff like that, even though he went to go move in with her. Sometimes men don't go with you because you're the love of their life. They go because you're the easiest choice. Sometimes because they love the way you like them or love them. And of course, the woman is defending him, saying, no, this is not what it is. I know it looks crazy. Da, da, da. Like my grandma said, we will always make the excuse for them. They won't need to make an excuse. I mean, and of course, none of us want to look stupid. But yeah, anyways, love you, bye.
I just got engaged to a man that just spent 13 years in prison, and he's been out for 5 months, so he just moved into my house, and I just have to brag.
Brag? I don't think that's quite the word.
We've known each other for 6 weeks, and got engaged like a week ago, and he is officially moving in with me tomorrow. I'm learning a lot because he is on parole until the end of 2027, and I don't know anything about anything when it comes to that sort of thing.
13 years in prison. You've only known him for 6 weeks. He's getting paroled to your house. You know nothing about parole. What could possibly go wrong?
We both have borderline personality disorder.
A man who served 13 years in prison with borderline personality disorder who planned to shoot up a movie theater showing of Twilight. Okay, girl.
Just like all these super weird, like he's never had a cavity and I've never had a cavity. Like, it's just like, it's just really weird things. I'm like, that's so crazy.
Their parents are the same age. He has the same birthday as her mom, and they're the same age gap that her parents are, and they both never had a cavity.
I'm not using it for her house, car, money, tax refund.
And I wasn't his plan B or C. He had a stable living situation before meeting me. Or he's moving in officially tomorrow. We are going to his parents' house to pick up his things.
Was his parents' place a stable living condition? Yes, technically. I'm sure it was. I'm sure they never would have let him out, concerning the fact that they let him come back in the house after they're the ones that reported him for planning the mass shooting in the first place. Do you think that grown-ass man wanted to live with his parents after serving 13 years in prison after they turned him in for planning the mass shooting? Like, come on, girl.
We split all of the household bills, and that was something that he wanted.
Yeah, she tried to tell me no at first because no one has ever done that with her.
Gonna be kind of changing things up here pretty soon, looking at different jobs, looking at going back to school, which I 100% support.
She wanted to pay all the bills. She offered to pay all of the bills and wants to support him going back to school full-time while she pays all the bills.
I'm just still trying to get used to the, schedule of being with someone again, and he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, making him breakfast, making sure he's eating before he goes to work, and I'm packing his lunch at night so I can just put it in a lunchbox in the morning and send him off.
She works too, and there was a video where she actually had to go and get herself something to eat because she forgot to pack her lunch for herself.
Also, he is so hot. like I don't know how I ended up with someone like that.
She is not an ugly girl. To watch her sit there and say, like, he's just so hot, how would he end up with me? You're not ugly. And I think it's really important to mention that she said that her mom just moved out. She's 30, 31. She has never lived on her own. When her mom moved out, she moved him in. Just served 13 years in prison. He got out 4 to 5 months ago. They've known each other for 6 weeks. They're already engaged and living with each other. And it's the thing, even if he is like innocent and didn't do anything and didn't deserve his time, whatever, he just served 13 years in prison. Baby girl, that man is not ready to be moved in with you in your house alone. I'm sorry. I've worked personally closely with men freshly released from prison. There's no way. Even the men that have the absolute most best intentions, and I'm not saying that everybody is the same, but y'all have to really take serious how institutionalized people become serving that much time. We already know that she's not leaving this man, so I guess we just pray and hope for the best and move on.
This entire story stinks of desperation on her part. The entire situation, you can tell that the desperation is just oozing off her. And you cannot entirely blame her, because you can clearly see that this is a young lady with low self-esteem. This is a young lady who is not used to getting attention from men. This is a young lady who probably do not have much friends and family that care about her, because if she has family and friends that care about her, they are the ones that should be sitting her down and telling her that this is not right. You are making a terrible decision. I get that she's an adult and she's a grown woman and all that, but there's a level of, how do I put it? There's a level of you going to make very terrible decisions that an adult in your life, a friend, a family member, your mom, your dad, needs to step in to make decisions for you. Like for him, when he was going astray, he was already an adult. He was like 19 years old when he decided to do that mass pew-pewing, and his parents still stepped in. They still got the police involved. I get that the parents cannot get the police involved because she's not really committing a crime by dating a ex-convict. But her parents can still get involved by getting her the mental help she needs, because this lady needs mental health help. This lady have a mental health condition that she herself have admitted that she's not taking medication for. She needs to get on medication. She needs to get a therapist. She needs to get her mental health in check. When her mental health is okay, I can assure you that this lady will be more than likely herself make that decision that no, this is not it. This is not what I want for my life. An ex-convict is not what I want for my life. An ex-convict is not what I want as an husband. It's not what I want as the father of my child. Once again, thanks for staying to the end of the video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you found it interesting, and also subscribe to the channel to support yours truly. Also, don't forget to check out the videos in the playlist right here. Bye.